I'm Marco, and I'm a rising junior at Dalton School. So for my project, I built something called a Micromouse robot. So Micromouse is a competition where individuals compete to complete mazes in the shortest amount of time. So essentially, it's a competition to who can build the best maze-solving robot. So when I built this Micromouse robot, I knew I wanted to have complete control over everything. So I decided to build it from scratch. I knew I wanted to use ultrasonic sensors and a compass sensor in order to detect how far away the walls are and also detect when I'm turning by looking at the degree of change of the compass sensor. So I wanted to build a sensor module in order to allow me to do all of that efficiently. So I designed and 3D printed a sensor module for this, and I also printed base chassis for this to hold the Arduino and to mount my motors to it. So this is my first time CADing, so a lot of the process was trial and error. But I actually really learned a lot from it, and I really enjoyed doing it. So the base of my chassis has two mounts for the motors, and it also has something called a caster wheel on it. So this caster wheel is essentially a ball bearing inside of a loose metal frame, and what it allows me to do is to have my robot be balanced in the front, and also it allows the wheels to move with very little friction since the ball bearing doesn't have a lot of friction on it. So it essentially basically just balances out my robot. I also have a rocker switch that allows me to control the power and turn it on and off. So one thing I struggled with the robot, with building this robot originally, was one, CADing, because I didn't have any experience with it, but I also had a lot of trouble with balancing out this robot. So since these wheels are farther in the back, without this caster wheel in the front, it would just tip over. So what I ended up doing was getting a caster wheel and attaching it on, and that ended up fixing the problem. Alright, thanks a lot.